We got the Coosa Christian Conquerors in the house. I'll let these guys introduce themselves, starting right here.
Right. Ivan Catlin, defensive line.
Thomas Gaddis, quarterback.
Coach Bostic, outside linebackers.
Now, do you coach outside linebackers, or you an outside linebacker?
I wish I could play.
I was kidding.
I wish I could play
around here.
I'm gonna say we got some Bishop Sycamore going on.
Hey, if they play, set them up.
Hey, for real, that's it. That's it. It works for some schools.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If
it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Hey, that's right. That's right. Man, y'all coming off probably a well-needed off week right now. So you guys need that off week to get some rest after that trip to Gatlinburg. Get some interest because right now you're in the home stretch of the season. You got your last few region games, playoff implications, playoff seeding. There's a lot at stake right now. So talk to us about that off week. What were some of the things y'all did during that off week?
Well, we did a lot of teaching, watching film, and just getting the guys rested, making sure they was iced up and everything, and make sure they was healed because we played Gatlinburg Pittman and we had to get some rest. But overall, that's all we did is watch film and all that.
Yeah, like what he said, mental reps is pretty much what's most important for us right now. And resting and watching a lot of film and preparing for probably one of the biggest games so far for our team. So.
Yeah, this will be the week. This week, like they said, we went back to the fundamentals, the basics, a lot of board work, a lot of chalk talk. I know these guys were happy to get a break.
I can't believe Coach O'Brien didn't go break.
That was a break from Friday night. Monday through Thursday, wasn't no break.
I was about to say that. I'm sure you probably had y'all at the field house, all day.
We got it in.
This week, big region game, like Thomas said, against Valley Head. Y'all making that long drive up to Valley Head. We knocked on the Tennessee border. Right. And I'm sure. Speaking of that, I'm sure that bus ride to Gatlinburg probably prepared these guys for that trip to the Valley Head because that's a long trip. And when you go on those long trips like that, they can take a lot out of the team on that bus ride, to the stadium. But so I kind of see the men behind the madness now. I see the men behind the madness. That's what Coach O'Brien was doing. He was getting ready for these long bus rides. But Valley Head is always a very tough team, very tough place to play. I actually ran for one of their football players a few weeks ago, so they're ready for y'all. I'm just letting y'all know.
I hope so.
But what have y'all seen from them on video so far, man?
On video, skill-wise, their quarterback is pretty good. He has a nice speed, great speed, and we're going to have to be able to tackle him. He's got some wheels on him, so that's going to be the key. Defense stopping him, offense scoring. So.
What he said, their front's very physical, very big, and we just got to play fundamental ball, don't make little mistakes, and
All right.
Big hits and pick six. That's the game plan this week.
I like it. I like that. I love an aggressive defense. So if that's what you're talking, y'all got it, man.
That's it.
Y'all got it. Mr. Skaggs, man, you're gonna be leading the brigade on offense.
Yes, sir.
What have you seen from those guys on defense?
Four-man front, very physical. Just got to be smart. Hold on to the ball, eliminate all the turnovers, and I think we will move the ball pretty well. So.
All right. Word on the street is y'all got a key piece of your offense coming back this week. Or are we keeping that quiet?
I just hear so I won't get home.
Okay. We're gonna leave that alone. Josh, take that part out, man. Again, you got anything?
Yeah, just a couple questions. One, did y'all do as far as conditioning the off week? Is that you got extra time to do like makeup running or not makeup, but just kind of
yes,
sir.
some conditioning things?
Yes, sir.
Now, I've known Coach O for probably 20 years, and I've never really seen him mad, but what really sets him off that will make him blow his stack that a player could do?
What you had?
Pretty much, I don't know. He does me probably the most.
Don't interception?
Yeah, taking sacks.
Turnover, maybe.
Turning the ball over. Yeah, he comes unglued.
Not doing what you're supposed
Not
to do.
supposed to.
I think any coach will come unglued about
Yeah.
I remember last year, me personally, I took one delay of game last year, and we didn't run a no-huddle offense. And
Come on now.
when I did that, oh my gosh.
Not you guys.
Yeah, it was me. I wish it wasn't me.
Now, it's my last day. A couple weeks ago when y'all played Gatlinburg, Gatlinburg? Okay.
Sir.
I can't want to say the picture forward, but anyway, I saw a thing on Facebook where I gave him a nickname, Bear O'Brien, where he had about the bear in the back of the truck. Tell us about that.
We show up, and Coach O lets us know that there's a bear in the back of Coach Whitmire's truck. We're like, no way. And after I look on Facebook, and it's all over Facebook, and this bear is ginormous, like huge. Like, dented in Coach Whitmire's truck.
Yeah, I heard the bear was having some barbecue or barbecue.
Yeah,
So is that part really true?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So can I ask why Coach Whitmire had a grip on the back of his truck?
That we don't know. that grill and cooler probably still back there. He ready for whatever.
I sound like he's got a party on wheels.
Yeah.
He's ready for the party anytime. He's gonna kill me. He'll be all right.
Well, on
Yeah,
the weekends he has to because he doubles as quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
That is true. I forgot he sneaks away on the weekends. Quarterback the Chiefs, man. But man, good luck to you guys this week. Bring home that region win because, like I tell all these coaches around here, the more teams we got in the playoffs in Etowah County, the more exposure, the more attention college coaches will come to this area. So man, y'all go get that W. Let's and bring it home, guys.
We appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right, guys, we are here with our next school up. It's always fun group, San Rock Wildcats. Let these guys introduce themselves, starting over here with the legends.
I'm Coach Alan Heath, head football coach at San Rock.
I'm Brian East. I'm a senior, and I'm a guard and defensive end and kicker.
And what?
I'm kicker.
And a kicker.
I'm Matthew Grimes. I'm a senior and a tackle.
I'm Ace Ashley, a junior quarterback.
All right, guys. Y'all are coming off a pretty big win this week. I had it pulled up. But y'all beat a very good local sport team. I know you talked about them last week, and you were saying that they were a pretty dangerous team. But it seemed like you guys took care of business at the end of the day. Give us some rundown on that game last week.
Well, they really, I mean, and I know their coach would agree with me on this, they made like turnover mistakes and stuff that really, they're still a dangerous football team. Their dang quarterback, he can run it. I mean, and he can throw it well too, but they gashed us some. But, unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, they would gash us for 50 yards and then fumble, throw an interception, something like that. We were able to capitalize off of those turnovers. And that's something all season that we've been able to do really well. We figured it up at coaches meeting on Sunday. I think we're like +8 in turnovers this season. I mean, we're way up on, and that's when you're not turning the ball over as much as we turned over more than I want to, but you're also getting turnovers.
Right. That
really helps you win ball games. And so that really was the story of the game was turnover margin. Don't get me wrong, we did some really good things. I think Ace, how many yards you throw for?
I have no idea.
There's a bunch,
250 something.
Yeah, 250 something. Yeah. We didn't run for as much as we had been running, but really there were certain things that were given us defensively that for us ought to call plays and stuff. If something's there, you take it.
Right.
So I like to run the football, but if I'm going to be able to throw a speed out or a hitch or something, and I know it's there.
Right.
You take the yards when you can get them. So we may have a week where we throw the ball a lot, we may have a week where we run the ball a lot. It really just depends on what the defense is giving us.
Yeah.
So we were able to execute offensively pretty well. The defense, we had a good game plan. Now we had a few guys get banged up a little bit, so we didn't have some of the people who've been in there every snap and stuff. And then we were able to substitute in the second half. So, defensively, offensively, we played one of our better ball games this season, and so we were able to pull ahead and hold on to that lead, and that was was a good feeling going into a tough week we got this week.
How many clipboards did you break?
No, I didn't break any.
What, 2 weeks in a row?
2 weeks in a row, yeah. I'm going for 3.
Is this a record?
Well, that's why it's raining tonight. Like, it's got to be why it's raining.
You know what that means, Ace?
Why it's raining?
It's some farmer thing he's got.
Okay, you gotta explain.
When something surprising happens, it rains. Like, you're so shocked it's going to rain.
I've never heard that before.
You got.
I'll take Ace's word for it, though.
Yeah, we'll take your word for it. I think he's working on you now for this week.
Oh, he's always working on it.
Speaking of this week, you guys got a tough West End team coming in, and those guys are probably feeling themselves feeling pretty good right now. They came off a huge win against Westbrook last week. I think it was the first time they beat them in 8 years or something like that. West End, new coaching staff, a lot of energy surrounding that program, and those guys are hungry, and they're next up on your schedule. So, and right now, region, everybody's playing for position in the region, fighting for playoff spots. I mean, there's a lot on the line with each game going forward. Talk to us about that game and what you've seen from them so far.
Well, they're a good football team. You look at the change from last year to this year. Last year they were mostly spread, throwing the ball around. This year they want to run the football, and I think Coach Tools had them in the weight room. You can tell by looking at them. They are getting stronger. They're getting more physical, and they, like you said, they were able to hold on and beat Westbrook. And that's never an easy thing to do, no matter what. I know Westbrook's not won as many ball games here, but we got a dang tough region. I mean, we are in like I said, the SEC West, the 2A football.
It is.
And so, I mean, in the way that it's working out with tiebreakers and everything else, and the kids know this, so I'll tell y'all too. Mm-hmm. We win this week and we make playoffs. If we don't win this week, then we have to win our last 2 region games, which are Cleveland and Spring Garden, 2 really good football teams. Right. So, we're kind of a situation where it's, and I'm sure, and I know West End is too, where this is a must-win football game, to ensure, you still have an opportunity beyond that, but this one ensures, if we'd have taken care of business against Southeastern, which we didn't, if we'd have done that, we'd already be locked in the playoffs. But that's a good lesson for us to learn, that we can't let any opportunity we have pass us by. We gave up a 10-point lead in the middle of the fourth quarter in that ball game, right? And from silly, stupid mistakes. And we got to clean up those silly, stupid mistakes because those are the very things that bite you in the butt and make you lose football games. And I mean, that's the difference between 5-1 and 6-0. And if we don't do what we're supposed to do Friday night, that's the difference between possibly, a lock for the playoffs and struggling for your life against 2 really good football teams to try and make the playoffs.
Right. I take it y'all have heard about that Southeastern loss probably every day.
Yeah.
How many times a day do you hear about it?
At least twice.
At least twice. Because I know Coach has mentioned it to me, I think, twice already tonight.
It weighs heavy on my mind.
I feel you because, like I said, looking at the region standings thing, you're exactly right. I mean, you win that ball game, you're undefeated, you're sitting on top of the region right now. Mm-hmm. And like you said, Cleveland's a tough team. They've always had a tough team, but I don't think anybody expected them to go on the run like they are right now. So that just made a already tough region even tougher. Yes. And with Southeastern coming in, they're improving every year. Yes. Again, y'all are the SEC West right now. Yep. Do y'all feel any of that pressure at practice during the week? Know what you're up against?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't help with that sometimes. I mean, he reminds us of it every day.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, he always talks about mistakes. You don't want to make mistakes, but we try to clean that up at practice, stuff like that.
I mean, that's part of it. Yeah.
Well, that's what practice is for.
Yeah. He reminds us of it.
I feel that. Kevin, you got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple of questions. And like I said, I couldn't reiterate what you guys just said about this is one of Cleveland's strongest teams in years. This is one of Southeastern's strongest teams in years. And of course, Sand has always, ever since I was a teenager in high school, I've always on Sand Rock to be tough-nosed, physical, hard football. I mean, I remember back when y'all won the state title. But I always like getting in coaches' minds, asking their opinion because there's never a wrong opinion about things. I know me and you're both married, so my husbands are always wrong. But anyway, You got how many kids you got on the roster? About maybe
32, something.
32?
I'm actually not married.
Okay, well I didn't know, so I didn't know. So, trust
I'm
me.
usually wrong though.
Trust me, it's like any coach, because every time you do something, you get told wrong. So.
That's all people say.
Why? These guys just must not let. We missed a joke somewhere. What's going on?
I'm close to anything that's going on.
He's not married.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
The funny thing is like he had several opportunities back in his day to get.
Shut up, man. Hey, this is not about me, so shut up. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
What's your question, please?
It's about the physicality of the game. Me and you're about the same generation. I notice football has changed over the years,
Yes, sir.
and especially with a region like what you guys are playing in, toughness it's all about getting that mental edge, physically and mentally. So what do you guys do? I know some during the regular season, some teams don't tackle a whole lot during practice. So what do you guys do during practice as far as to make you guys tougher, as far as especially on the defensive side of the ball?
Monday and Tuesday are pretty well. They're a little bit more physical, especially Tuesday practice, which is the way it's always been. Tuesday's your main physical day. I mean, we do a little bit of hitting every now and then. And there's different rules the HSAA has that you have to abide by, but we do have some drills. Like when we do inside drill, it's full speed. I mean, we don't do that every day, but that's full speed. So when we're doing inside run drill, that one is full speed. When we do team O and team D on Tuesdays, that was full contact to the ground. Now, every now and then, if I know a kid's a little banged up, I'm the one blowing the whistle. So I may give, you know what I'm saying? I may give a little early whistle or something. I don't, for some reason, I'm reconsidering right now. I don't know my quarterback to be tackled. But other than that, no, we are full contact when the state allows us to be, and I feel like it's important because that's what a football game is.
See, I admire stuff like that because I know teams that have 50 to 60 on the roster and they don't do a lot of hard contact during the week, and it just kind of. And I shouldn't be this way because that's the way that's that coach's prerogative. It just drives me nuts sometimes because a lot of these teams that some of the tougher teams are the ones that tackle to the ground during the week.
Well, and like I said, we're trying to bring that physicality back to Sandrock, and it starts in the weight room. And the kids have really bought into the weight room program and getting that strength up. And then, like you said, it moves on to that hard-nosed mentality and everything that you do. And that includes at practice. I mean, and it's not always, and every now and then, on a full contact day, if I feel like it, we may throw in a drill here, a drill there that is also full contact to the ground. I do have to be careful. Like you said, I've only got 32 football players, so I have to be real careful. Like I said, I protect my quarterback. But it really, though, it's a deal where you kind of have to weigh it out. And for me, I think the benefits of that full contact, full tackle outweigh a lot of the negatives. Now, I say that, and if someone were to get hurt in practice tomorrow, I would probably change my mind on it.
Yeah.
But that is kind of the way that I've looked at it. And that's kind of when at Hopes Bluff, when I played, and then at Alexandria coaching there, that was kind of more of our philosophy there. And like I said, kind of the way that I do it, though, is kind of the way that Coach Wagner did it when we were at Mumford and Hazel Green, when I coached with him, was that you had certain days that you did and then other days where you didn't. And that's kind of what the state has mandated now anyway. Yeah. So it allows us to have some days during each week where we do, and then some days that are more, learning style things versus physicality.
Because I've always believed if you don't know how to do it in practice, how you going to do it in the game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, I admire the way you guys run practice, so I appreciate you answering that. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking with some guys, I can't remember what school they were from, and I was telling them how probably back when we were in school, like there was full blown two-a-days.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't, you can have this day in pads and the next day, you got to be in shells. It was, you were in, I think I had a couple days to acclimate, and then you could go full pads twice a day. Mm-hmm. And they were like, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, that's the way it was full blown two-a-days.
If you want to win.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Now the state has kind of watered that down some, and I understand, the player safety is more important.
Well, you look at things like, I was in my mid-20s before I ever owned a vehicle that had air conditioning, or at least had air conditioning at work.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't afford one that had air conditioning at work. And a lot of times growing up, there was a time where when we went to bed at night, the windows were open and the attic fan was on, because that was how we cooled the house off.
Yeah.
And that's and I grew up on a farm, so I know these guys have got farming in their blood. That's kind of in Cherokee County. A lot of people do. But when I spent all day, whether it was with football or whatever it was, or just working with my dad at the farm. You're out in the sun all day, so you're used to that heat. You're used to that. Well, kids nowadays, most places they're in air conditioning all day, and so the state has had to come in because like you said, you don't want a kid who's not acclimated to get out there and get sick. And so I understand why. I mean, of course, like I said, I'm from a different generation, and it shows more and more the older I get. The differences between these younger generations and how I was raised. But, I understand why they do it, but I do try to bring some of that old school physicality back to what we're doing. So.
Oh, yeah. I love it, man. I love it. You guys, how y'all feeling this week about the Westbrook game?
West End.
West End, sorry. I said I'm jumping in here.
It's going to be a good matchup. I mean, just because, they're coming off a good win right now. They're against a good Westbrook team. I mean, they're up on their pedestal. I mean, they're feeling high right now, and they're going to be a good team to beat. I mean, they've got good players too. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game.
They play really hard, and I feel like if we just come in and execute our game plan, we should be fine though.
Like he said, they're coming off the win with Westbrooks. They're going to be real hopped up, so they're going to have good energy and they're going to bring it. So I think we're going to bring our A game and be the same way.
All right. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. Always a fun, entertaining time with the legend and his guys, especially him and the legend and Ace over here, man. We should start a reality show. Coach and Ace.
I don't know how much of it I would have to edit out if we did that.
It's reality, so we can't edit anything out.
Okay, we're not doing that.
After he graduates.
He graduates in 2 years. He's a junior. So,
okay.
I'll have him around for at least another. No, look, I love Ace. I do. He's just like, he knows how to. Me and him spend a lot of time together.
Really,
he knows how to push. He knows how to push that button.
Yeah, so he's my teacher assistant too, first block. So like me and him are together just all the time, like nonstop.
Man, I wouldn't be doing that when somebody's got the whistle. Because he could, you could be running gases till next February.
Yeah, that is true.
You'd be ripped all to shreds, but you wouldn't feel like going anywhere.
Yeah. But guys, it's always good to have y'all in. Good luck this week against West End, and we'll see y'all next week.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. All right, we've got the Spring Garden Panthers in the house here at Sparks Orthopedic. These guys, I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves, starting right here.
Andrew Floyd, senior running back.
Trey Williams, senior center.
Denver Jarrett, senior cornerback.
All right, guys, y'all are coming off a pretty big regional win against Gadsden last week. Guys beat them 47-0. Talk to us a little bit about that game. Starting right here.
Well, we came out firing on all cylinders. Every time it's a regional game, we're not playing around.
Like he said, we practiced hard all week, got ready for it, just did the best we could.
I can't really say anything else to that. They got it all.
They got it all. At this point, you're at that point in the season where every game, all your regional games count, but they really, really are very important at this point because you can have a playoff spot one week and the next week, if you don't do your job, you're sitting at home in that first week of the playoffs. So anything can happen between now and the end of the season. Speaking of, y'all got another region game coming up this week. Y'all travel, or y'all got Westbrook at home?
I think it's a week away.
So y'all traveling down to Westbrook. Those guys are. Westbrook's always a dangerous team. It's one of those teams you can't look at their record and whatnot. They're always dangerous. Drew Knowles has his guys ready every game. Have y'all had a chance to watch film on them yet?
We didn't watch film on them today, but we have been this past week, and we'll start watching them this or tomorrow.
Right. So what have you seen from them so far?
There's some big boys, but if we do our job, it'll be a good game.
Their running back looks like he could be a real good threat, like all around just a good team.
Yeah.
They look pretty strong up front and physical.
Yeah, that's one thing about Westbrook. They're going to always be strong and physical. Like you said, that running back, if I'm not mistaken, I think he may have the school rushing record, like for season or for career or whatever. But
But because I think you guys had a pretty close game with them last year.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. But hey, but you guys, like I said, y'all pulled it out last week against Gadsden, did a very good job. And right now, y'all are in the driver's seat to host a playoff game. Have y'all thought about that any, or is just something in the back of y'all's mind?
We gave it some thought. Coaches bring it to our attention a couple times.
So what is their coach's message as far as that goes?
One game at a time.
One game at a
One
time.
game at a time.
And we control our own destiny, don't let someone else be the fate of it. About what they say.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with us. Good luck to you guys this week at Westbrook. I know y'all do y'all's job. Coach Howard had you ready. So good luck, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, guys. We are here for our Monday night preview here at Sparks Orthopedic and Sparks Orthopedic here in Rainbow City, brought to you by Sparks Industrial. We are here with the Southside Panthers tonight, and we're going to let these guys introduce themselves, starting over here with the Flash.
Cody Roberts, wide receiver.
Gerard Harden, defensive line.
Jacob Strunk, center.
Taylor Carr, defensive back.
All right, guys. Y'all are coming off a hard-fought region win over Springville last week at Springville. I heard the game got pretty close there at the end. Springville tried to make a comeback. Talk to us about that game and what you guys took from it.
I think especially like offense, we just can't have enough penalties anymore. Like we just gotta cut that out because it shot us in the foot in the long run. And I mean, they might still come back on us, but I know we stay strong as a team though. So.
Having those guys out there, telling the offense we got them. That last drive, it was hard coming out there. It's just whoever wanted it more, to be honest with you. Defense, we just had to step it up that last drive. And, we went out there, being one of those guys out there, that last drive was good, being able to get that win.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to be able to finish and carry on the drives, and on that third down, keep the drive going and pick up the first.
I feel like both sides of the ball we did pretty good. We did our job and all that. And defensive, we had 3 turnovers. So I thought that was a good boost for us.
Yeah, y'all are like the turnover kings right now. Y'all are getting several turnovers a game, and that's got to be huge, man. And that's got to take some pressure off the offense too.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the defensive guys?
Me and Taylor.
All right, so y'all are getting that done. So what's been the change on the defense this year?
More confidence, more everybody believing in themselves.
Moving here from Indiana and everything, so I didn't get to experience what they were like last year, but seeing it on film and everything, watching everything develop, everybody just has more confidence. Spencer, Taylor, they play better than I think they've ever played.
All right, good deal. Going into this week, you got another region game at home against Fort Payne. Tough game. That was a tough loss for you guys last year. I'm sure y'all are not thinking about the past. We're just looking forward to this week, but I know just a little bit last year still kind of in the back of your head, just a tad bit. Talk to us about what you've seen from those guys defensively from on Fort Payne.
Defensively, I think they got a good defensive line. Their secondary, they're pretty good, but I think we can get the run game going, get the passing going. I think, and we just do our thing,
I'm sure their defense will have a hard time catching you. So what have you seen from the offense?
They're big, but we've seen big people. Pell City, they've been big. Springville was huge. So it's nothing we're not used to. They got one of the number 8 tackle in the state. So we got Don Gilbert on that dude. So I got all my faith in John right there.
All right. What have you seen?
I think just like Cody said, the defensive line, we feel like their best player, number 1, the defensive tackle is there. But we feel like we also, with our offense, we have the ability to control that box and run the ball and pass the ball when we feel like we need to.
They got a good offense. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, but I feel like our defense has a better connection, so I feel like we'll get the job done.
Yeah, Fort Payne, they're one of those teams. They're tough year in, year out.
can't really look at their record. They're gonna play tough, and they've been that way for years. So luckily, y'all get them at Barney Hood this year. Looking at the region standings, man, y'all are in prime position to host a playoff game this year. What was the last time Southside hosted a playoff game? First round playoff game. Have y'all?
My freshman year, so
Freshman.
3 years ago.
Okay. For y'all hosted the first round game?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I just remembered that one.
Okay. All right. So that's got to feel pretty good, man. But y'all got to still have to take care of business on the field, right? Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. Good luck this week against Fort Payne, and we'll see y'all next week.
For sure.
All right, guys, we're here at Sparks Orthopedic with the Gadsden City Titans, coming off a huge region win and homecoming win over Tuscaloosa County last week. I don't know if you guys know, y'all accomplished a few things last week. Last week's win was the 100th win in program history for Gadsden City. Also, y'all are on the 3-game winning streak, which is a first since 2016. And also, y'all have got the most wins since 2016. So you guys are doing a lot of special things this season. Talk to us about some of the things that have changed from last year to this year to contribute to y'all's success so far.
For this year, it's like we working one day at a time. As a team, we working hard one day at a time.
I feel like, with practice or like working out, we're going at it hard like every day instead of slacking one day and being good the other.
I think we're just more focused, and it really helps the whole team just come together.
Cool. And before we go any further, and I think everybody knows Cool and Luke right here in the middle, but let me get y'all to introduce yourselves, starting right here.
Number 4, Drake Kirkpatrick. I'm a DB at Gadsden City.
I think you know who your dad is too.
Luke Waldrop, number 13, quarterback, sophomore.
Number 45, Gabriel Brito, sophomore. I'm the kicker.
You're a man.
Yeah.
I know you're on defense. The defense is a lot more aggressive this year than last year. What have y'all done different this year defensively to just be y'all just ball hogs? I guess y'all are just flying to the ball, getting to it, and just making aggressive tackles. What have y'all done in the off season and this season so far to do that?
We worked on our technique all summer, and we play a lot of man now. We take man a little more serious now. So we just lock whoever our opponent is up one-on-one most of the time.
And Mr. Luke, man, you've led a pretty good offense this year. Talk to us about the offense, man.
I feel like we're good at like slowing the game down this year. We control what we're doing instead of having the other team control.
That's it. You guys got a pretty tough test this week, but I know y'all not going to back down. You're not playing the name on the jersey. You're just playing another football team, and that's what Coach Smith, I know, has been probably preaching y'all. Talk to us about, man, what you've seen from Thompson on offense.
They're pretty good. They got athletes. We got athletes too. I feel like we can be better.
Like he said, they have athletes, they have guys, but we have athletes and we have guys, and they gotta play us. Like we gotta play them, they gotta play us too.
I think at the end of the day, there's 11 players out there on both teams, so it's really even at the end of the day.
Yeah, Coach Smith, man, he's really beating y'all his, man, because me and him talk about this all year. That's something that, like I said, he stressed to me when we talk off camera. He said, I tell these guys, there's 11 guys on the other side, and it's just another football team, another game. Don't worry about the name on the jersey. So defensively, man, what have you seen, Luke, from them on defense?
Well, they're big, they're physical, but they're gonna play us man, and so like I said, we're gonna go after them, and they're gonna go after us.
Okay. Burrito?
Man, kickoff, man. Have you seen anything on kickoffs as far as do you have a threat? Do they have a threat? You know, as far as somebody running back, taking back for a touchdown or anything?
Yeah, just like every other team, they're gonna have one guy that makes the plays, and we just gotta lock in on kickoff and take it serious.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Hager's probably got a game plan together to keep it out their hands. Mm-hmm. All right, but man, you guys after that win Friday night, what was the mood like in the locker room after such a close win?
It felt good because we accomplished many goals, but we still feel like we got to do more.
Yeah, like you said, it was cool because Coach Smith told us it was like the 100th win in Gadsden City.
Yeah.
But I mean, we weren't satisfied at all. You know, we knew we had Thompson this week, so.
Yeah, the whole team knew we could have played a lot better. Still came with the win, so a win's a win.
That's right. And right now, y'all are tied for third in the region right now, if I'm not mistaken. And yep, tied for third. So has the playoffs crossed y'all's mind, or y'all just focused on next game up?
We focus on one game at a time.
Yeah, like they've been saying, like, you know, 1-0 every week.
That's it.
Yeah, just gotta keep winning and keep focusing on one game.
All right. What was Coach Smith's message to you guys after the game Friday night?
He told us we gotta fix our mistakes. We got many more mistakes we can correct to beat better teams.
I mean, he was excited, but he was just like, you know, we can play so much better than how we played Friday night.
Yeah, just saying that we don't have to be perfect, but we definitely have to minimize mistakes.
All right, guys. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. Good luck this week against Thompson. Hope to see y'all here next week.
Yes, sir.
Celebrating a big win. and we'll see y'all next week. Go Titans.